Hello VC, hello everyone. This is Ali from the balcony here in Israel in very nice weather in late February. I'm here for my second part video about the American Beatles albums for my collection. But before that, I want to make some shout out to my friends in the VC. And first of all, Beatles Day from Derby, UK. You want me to make some twist and shout out, right? Beatles Day, my dear friend from Derby, United Kingdom. Tina Ferrazzoli, Tina, my dear friend, I thank you for supporting my channel and for commenting to my videos. It's very nice from you. Beatles Pro. Well, Beatles Pro, if you haven't seen and watched the videos of Beatles Pro about his vast memorabilia collection, it is amazing. It is, mind-blowing. I don't have words. You need to watch the Beatles memorabilia that he has in his collection. Beatles Pro. Continue the good work. Rob Penix of Come from Boston, my dear friend Rob. Continue to comment to my videos. And thank you very much, Rob, for supporting, for everything. Richard Hewitt. Richard Hewitt is another one that keep commenting. And one by the name of N. Francis 5323. Thank you. Peter Brad, Bobby Gass, Robert Z. Robert Z, I don't think his latest videos. And of course, Yaakov, my dear friend from that now live and reside in Germany. Yaakov, great. Okay, now for this part of my collection, of my Beatles albums collection, and I finished with the Meet the Beatles, and now it's appropriate to give you the second album. Second album is the second American Capitol album from 1964, and this copy is, as you can see, it is shrink wrapped and with a sticker here from the store back in the 60s, Ireland's price, so it's Ireland B. The price for this album is $3.98, $3.98. And this is the original album with the inner sleeve, correct inner sleeve from Capitol. And what is interesting here, it's the first pressing because it has no running time for Long Tall Sally and I Call Your Name here. And it's of course the mono version. So the first for this second album. Again, the Americans took songs from here and there, and you have mainly all kinds of singers here for this great album. She Loves You, all of Beethoven and other songs. Next is the stereo version for this album. Again, an original one, and again with no running time from Look to Sally and I Call Your Name on the label. The one before was in shrink wrap. This is without the shrink wrap, but it's definitely a near mint condition. It's just brilliant. Next one is my original copy back from the mid-70s, with Gold Record Award, and how many times I put it on the turntable back then when I was a teenager. Many times. As you can see, I kept it quite in a very nice condition. Bought it in Tel Aviv back in the mid 70s, and it's in the orange Capitol label. This is my second album copy, original one. Now the next album is not by Capitol, because the Beatles made their first movie, Hard as Night, and the rights for producing, for manufacturing, for distributing albums went to the label, which is also a movie label, a movie company, United Artists, and this is the American version for Hard as Night, which has basically the first side of the UK Hard as Night, the songs from the movie, and the incidental orchestral tracks from the movie, and the one that is much known and beautiful and featured in the movie Hard as Night is, of course, Ringo's Them, which is basically This Boy. As you can see here, This Boy instrumental. And this is, again, a great condition album, cover, copy. Although I have Bob Dictorow, that stamped his name here on the upper side of the back cover. Monroe, first edition, or remember it's maybe second edition, second press, but still an original from 1964 for United Artists, Hard as Night. And the label is this one. See, United Artists black and colored label, very nice one. By the way, the name of the song, I'll Cry Instead, earnestly features here as I Cry Instead, which is, of course, a mistake. On the label, it was changed in the second press for I'll Cry Instead here. Okay? So, this one is a corrected label, and my stereo version, which is in immaculate condition, as you can see, beautiful condition, the cover, also the record. Same I Cry Instead here, okay? And the label is also as I Cry Instead. So you see the stereo version for I Cry Instead. Beautiful label, different fonts from the mono. But I do have, this is another copy of mine. I do have stereo with I'll Cry Instead, the corrected label for the stereo. Okay, so this one is this version, and my original copy from this is the late 70s. I bought it in different store in Israel, in Tel Aviv, and you can see the difference in the covers, which the original one was much lighter red, this dark red late 70s release, and it was on the 10 label, the United Artists 10 label. And again, don't remember, can't count the many times that I've listened to this copy on my turntable back in the late 70s and later. Now, the next album, we'll turn to Capitol. And sorry from the noise outside, there are many cars now filming it in the morning. The next album by Capitol is Something New, which is, again, I like very much the American albums, and this, again, great album for me. Many songs of Others Night. Others Night for me is a brilliant album, one of the best albums they made, one of the best albums ever made by any artist for me. And of course, the British version. But this one has many songs from Others Night for Capitol. Few songs are the same as the United Artists release, but there's also the German version for I Want to Hold Your Hand. Komm, gib mir deine Hand. Komm, gib mir deine Hand. They don't have here the German version for She Loves You, Sie liebt dich, which I have on German singles. But this is the original one, mono, in a very nice condition. The cover, the album, for Something New. Yeah. And the next one is another shrink wrapped. As I told you, the condition of my American albums are just outstanding. This one, shrink wrapped, Something New, original from '64, and you can see it was bought in Arrowvox store for $5.99, which is, the price is a bit expensive. Maybe it was bought, it is the original one, the stereo one, but maybe it was bought, let's say, in the late 60s. Still they had original copies. This is a shrink wrapped one with the original inner sleeve, the olive inner sleeve, and I could say a stereo version of, original stereo version of Something New. And this is my original copy back in, this one is late 70s, and you can see it's the late 70s Capitol, purple Capitol label, which makes it a late 70s album. Next album, as you remember, in my previous video I showed you The Beatles Tells All, which is basically nonsense, and the another redundant, because it was an interview album, and another interview double album was made by Capitol. This is the official release of Capitol back in late 64, I think, early 65, I think, late 64. Another redundant release, and double album, but redundant release, but it's a very collected, it has a collected value. I don't think this copy, which is original mono copy, you can get it less than $200. It's much collected record. So for an interview album, which is only, I think, I haven't listened to it much back then, the beginning of Twist and Shout, live rendition, I think Washington concert maybe in '64 in America. Beatles Story, double album, mono version, now stereo version for an interview double album. I have one for collective reason. Collection, of course, my collection. Stereo, original. Okay, I have problem only here. Again, its value is pretty expensive for what it is. Is the label. My so-called original copy of Beatles Story. You can see, I can show you the gatefold, which is nice. Black and white photos of the Beatles. This is the back cover. So this is the first time I've heard this not so great album on the Apple label. This is in, I think, early to mid 70s pressing. My last album from today for this part will be basically the first American album that I bought. And again, I listened it to, I don't know, multiple 100 times in my life. It's Beatles 65, great album. Many songs from Beatles for Sale, but not just. They have singles like She's a Woman, and other songs here. I Feel Fine, and I'll Be Back from the second side of Hardest Night, the UK version. This one is an original one, mono version. Beautiful condition, as you can see. It's basically a near mint condition. And the stereo version is another shrink wrapped. And I don't know where it was bought, but it cost $250, which saying that it is an early purchase at the time of releasing this album, and in the stereo version, as you can see. As you can see, it's big fonts, because I have also another version for the stereo. This is an alternate label. As you can see, the fonts are different, much smaller. Still, it is unorthodox version and pressing for Beatles 65. I remember I bought it when I've been to New York for the last time. It was 2013 to return in one of the stores in Greenwich Village, Manhattan, of course. And I have also a copy that I bought here in Israel, one of the record fair in Tel Aviv, not long ago, on the Apple label. Apple label, manufactured by Apple. This is the pressing. And the last copy that I'm going to show you, last record for today, is my original. As I've said, it's the first American Beatles album that I bought back in the mid 70s on the Capital Orange label. So this is for this part. I hope you've enjoyed it. You can comment, you can subscribe and hit the buttons, as you know, and see you in my next video. Bye bye from Ali.